You just have to remember that these are some policies that the government is putting. It's not that the international student who is coming into this country, he is just coming in. It's the government or the policies who are calling these people. They are charging 4 times 5 times the amount of tuition fees. They are not just letting these students come in freely. The next time when you're spreading hate on internet, or you are saying that it's because of international that this country is in trouble, or it's because of international students that you are not able to grab that opportunity or get that minimum wage job, think before spreading that hate. In many cases, international students or immigrants in a whole are the reason of making more job opportunities for the locals as well as for them as well. So before spreading hate next time, or just pinpointing to international students and making them the sole purpose of your hatred, I have a news for you. There are institutions in Canada, for example, Durham College. I was reading an article just few minutes back. Durham College is cancelling 114 job opportunities for the teachers or staff members. Now, this is happening because of layoff, underfundings, or decrease in the number of international students, which was the result of international student cap, which was made by IRCC in the last few months.
Today, I am announcing 3 principal measures. 1, a temporary 2-year cap on new international student permits. 2024, the cap is expected to result in approximately 364,000 approved study permits, a decrease of 35% from 2023.
Last year, more than 900,000 applications came in for international student visas, and from those 950,000 students, close to 600,000 international visas were accepted. And because of economic downfall, increase in rents, increase in groceries, and overall economic pressure, the government thought of putting a cap on international students without doing any research. And because of this, many institutions have to cut down their fall and winter intakes, close some of the courses altogether, and make some brutal decisions, for example, shutting down an entire institution or laying off their employees. Now, in this news article about Durham College, 30 such employees took voluntary retirements, 35 to 40 such employees were laid off, and 45 other positions were unfilled. So, wherein these international students were bringing money, helping the country with some economical benefits, these people who are working in education sectors have to bear the consequences. One of the college, George Brown College, had to halt their entire spring and winter intakes. Seneca College in Toronto had to shut their entire campus. Sheridan in Oakville had to cancel its 40 programs. And these are just few of the examples. Now think about the economical downfall or the economical pressure this country has to face. You cannot just simply cancel or put a cap on international students without doing a proper research. If in 1 year 600,000 international students are coming into this country, you cannot just simply say that from next month only 350 or 360,000 intakes will be made. There is a huge deficit of these international students, which in turn has a huge deficit that the government has to bear. International students are still the number 2 revenue bringing business in Canada. And when we are talking about the revenue, it's in billions. So last year it was around 24 billions that the international students were bringing into this country, and suddenly that 24 billion will be around 13 to 14 billion. Now there is a deficit of 10 billion dollars Canadian, and I don't know what picture the government is painting or what they are thinking about. When there is a huge deficit, for example, of 10 billion dollars, they have to fill that gap with some other service, and I don't see anything happening. And just by putting a cap on international student does not solve the core problem which Canada has right now. Now if you see this is a huge number of colleges which are just closing their branches or closing hundreds of their programs. I'm not defending the colleges, I'm just saying that while there are some bad apples, while there are some examples of the colleges who were benefiting from the fact that the international student market is hot and many of the international students are coming from India, I'm just saying that because of these bad apples who had this collaboration with false agents spreading across different countries, the consequence of this result has to be faced by many other individuals, or you can say other organization, you just have to remember that these are some policies that the government is putting. It's not that the international student who is coming into this country, he is just coming in. It's the government or the policies who are calling these people. They are charging 4 times 5 times the amount of tuition fees. They are not just letting these students come in freely. While some of the students or some of the agents are at fault and they are finding these loopholes in the system, they are having collaboration with these fake colleges and sending their scapegoat into this country while charging them 5-6 times the money, and on top of that some additional amount of money. You just have to give a thought that the international students who are coming here are not the only source of unhappiness or economical downfall in this country. On the other hand, they are the ones who are bringing in the money for the government, for the businesses, for the landlords, for many other aspects. On top of that, elections are coming. The liberal government, who was failing on numbers, they thought of spreading hate. They thought of changing some rules and putting caps. And while it makes sense at some front, but overall it doesn't make sense on the economical front when there is a huge deficit of resources, huge deficit of economics, and huge deficit of supply and demand. While you are putting a cap on international students, there are some businesses in this picture. Businesses are universities and colleges. These colleges are impacted on a huge level, on a big level, and because of that thousands of people are losing their jobs. Whichever government is in power, they have to analyze these things properly and not take decision in the spur of a moment. And it seems that the decisions made in 2024 for immigrations were nothing but made in a spur of a moment. There are ways to earn more money. You all must have seen how the gas prices have been brought down just by cancelling the carbon tax. While I paid 160 cents for a liter of gas, now I only pay 120 cents. So there's a decrease of around $0.50 on 1 liter of gas. So while this was an option from last 5-10 years, why just now? We have to think this on a bigger level and not just pinpoint one particular segment of the community, say that Indians are the problem of everything or international students are the problem of everything. We just have to put our thoughts behind why these things are happening, try to find a reason of this downfall and make progress. The government has to do some progress. They have to make more businesses, or they have to fund more projects into this country, maybe put up a gas plant or mine or something, make some jobs out of it, and that's how you can decrease the deficit which is now in place because of those supply demand gap of international students. This video was not to defend anyone, this video was not in favor of anyone, this video was just to paint a picture in front of you that not a single segment of people coming into this country are a problem for everything. There are many other things which are happening, there are many other rules or regulation which are put into place. So just don't spread hate or just don't pinpoint that particular segment, be it international students, be it people or immigrants coming from different countries. Not everyone comes here illegally, not all international students are illegal. Around 90 to 95% students which are coming into this country are legal, and because of those 95% people, many businesses are thriving, many colleges are thriving, many people are going to their job on a daily basis. They are teaching these kids in the schools and earning their livelihood, and now because of this cap they are losing their jobs and these numbers are rising every day. So I hope this video painted a different picture for you. Maybe you see things in a different way. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment your views, share it with your friends. I'll see you in the very next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.